Okay, well, my presentation is coming up. Likewise, similar to the last presentation, this is less about mass customization. It's more about love, sex, and passion. Yeah? And so we discovered that there are a lot of people out there with ideas, and they want to express those ideas through, oops, it's not there. I'm pointing at something that's not there. Give me a second. People want to express ideas, things they're passionate about. People have lots of ideas of things they'd like to put on their shirts that say something about them. This one about my inability to speak good German. Other people have things they want to say that they love. In fact, on our sites, the #1 search term we have is about love. Sex is number 2, about half as many as love. And luckily for the clothing world, love and love-related designs outsell sex to ones by at least 10 to 1. But all the way through, Spreadshirt has been about creating a platform that allows people to express these ideas, the passions they have. Now, one half of our business that we put out is direct to consumers. And we allow people to come along and make their own ideas. They can put all sorts of text on and all sorts of designs. But the interesting part of the consumer business is that actually the designs that are there, and the majority of the designs which are used, are sourced from not us. We own less than 1,000 of the 800,000 designs in our sites, but from hundreds of thousands of designers and people with their ideas that they want to share and they want to make available for other people to use. So directly to consumers, we have a model where consumers can make their own clothes, and the record T-shirt for this year is an Austrian guy made a T-shirt that was cost him 226 euros. He was so passionate about what he wanted to say and the way he wanted to say it with text, he put that much on one piece of clothing. So we allow people to express in great detail some of their ideas. But we also allow them to find other things that they're passionate about, whether it's actors, dinosaurs, monkeys, jokes. They're all things that people are very, very passionate about. And if you get the passion right, you get a service that people love. Now, our returns are less than 2%. And 3/4 of those is because they're too small. And this is because, in the end, if people can make an idea or find an idea that they love, even if it doesn't quite fit, they love it and they stay with it and they don't want to return it. So, we built our business around that. But the more interesting thing, and our last speaker just referred to this, Nora, that there are a great many people who actually want to build a business out of this. And they want to create their own shops and get their own ideas published out there. And so, critically, we created a platform that allowed people to publish their own shops. And this is because a lot of people have ideas they want to sell on clothing. But actually, a lot of people are not capable of making clothing themselves. They're just using their creativity, and they want to put those ideas there and then have us make them. We do actually make them locally. We have a factory in Germany and another factory in Poland, that allows things to be delivered quickly to customers in Europe, and now we have a separate factory in the US. So we are delivering close to the customers, but primarily it's about getting those local ideas and getting those local custom ideas out to people. And you'll see a whole range of different ideas that grow up from here. We actually have other people who offer customization because there are different markets out there. So gifts is a huge market where people want to give ideas to each other. We have young, small brands coming up, or celebrities off YouTube, where traditional merchandising, they had ideas how they want to merchandise their brands. And in the social media world, that changes every day. So this is iJustine, who's a YouTube celebrity, one of their top 20 celebrities that they create. She has about 5 million followers every week. Every week she has a new idea that she wants to make and put on merchandising. And the only way for her to do that was to find some kind of customization ability straight through a shop. And then we also have a number of growing niche ideas. Hassan Farm, which you will hear from very shortly, and Cute Monster, which is a lady who designs monsters for children's books. And the monsters that are not used are effectively unemployed, so she uses those as T-shirt ideas. And the aim of our platform has been to provide these, and we currently have 40,000 selling shops out there. And this is in all fashion and in all clothing and e-commerce, if you can get to this passion. So when you look at your own businesses, work out how people can express that passion or be passionate about the topics that they're working on or looking for. If you get that, you get the sales. This is how we got to be such a big business. This year we'll do 3.5 million items across 17 countries. But it's all from individual small ideas. The top selling design will probably only sell 1,000 or 2,000 in that. A great many of them will be one-offs, where there's only one design like that anywhere in the world. And it's about, you get down to those niches, you build a big platform. But actually, the next stage, and again, what we're seeing going on in e-commerce is a lot of people have other demands. And a lot of companies out there want to integrate with the kind of services we have. And so we have created an API, which allows not just us to develop new ideas. So we now carry people's orders across to places like Amazon, where we can carry those ideas in front of other customers. And we have integrations with Facebook, and they all operate through our system. But it allows third-party people, which I think has been cut off, to develop their own tools. And you see this in Facebook, that people have managed to create tools that work through Facebook through their API. That people have a passion on how retail should happen, or how content can be put on clothing, or an area they want to develop. Now, no longer do they even need to build their own platform. They can just pull functionality from people like ourselves to build their own tools. I have a couple of examples of those, where you see that the fashion and merchandising world is able to change very quickly, and people are able to create new ideas, really, and in a very short time. So CNN did a big project with us during the last US election, where people are very passionate about the headlines, and they wanted to go to work wearing their favorite headline, or go out and show their friends their favorite headline. With a simple integration, we could take any headline, and you click next to a T-shirt marker, and it goes straight onto a T-shirt that you can buy. Actually, we're working with Dr. Pepper in the US right now, and they're really trying to get their consumers to be very passionate about Dr. Pepper. It's a kind of strange drink. It's one of those, you love it or you hate it. And they really want the people who love it to tell people what they love. And again, they're tapping into that passion the whole time. So they created a campaign that runs on TV that says, come along and tell people what you love about yourself and what kind of person you are. Express yourself. And they're bringing in, we expect about 50,000 shirts to go out through Dr. Pepper this year, in this kind of brand building, customer loyalty, expressing of love and passion again type of campaign. We had some other fun ones. The one that's just behind me here is actually a blogger just decided that she was going to have a go at building a tool with her API. She took a list of designs she liked and a list of phrases she liked and made a spinner that you randomly put them together. Now, for some reason, about 1 in 4, 1 in 5 of those turned out to be funny. And she only did it as a test, but she went on to sell several thousand shirts because of it. Because in the end, again, people love humor. They love funny things. And so where you see the makers growing, you also see people who want to express themselves growing. And that can be very small people with small ideas and growing ideas, or it can be major companies and major integrations. And we believe that the fashion world is going to change over quite rapidly over a period of time to this much more niche ideas, much more changing ideas, and be able to change really the fashions of what people are wearing in a way of messaging and the things they identify with very quickly. So just to finish off, we have 40,000 people out there. They range from Chuck Norris to car companies to major retailers to, we've done some work with the Catholic Church, so religion to reality TV shows. But what I would really like to do is hand over to Henning, who is one of our partners. He has a very particular passion with Hassan Farm, where he's working with us as a business partner. And he can maybe talk through what he's been doing. So I shall now hand over to Henning.